Hey, please be sure to like and survive. How's it going, everybody? My name's Mad Matt, here to bring you guys a brand new video on the channel. Today what we're going to be discussing is The Walking Dead Season 6 Episode 12, is Glenn being foreshadowed for a death. Now, spoiler warning for those people who haven't caught up with the episodes yet. So yeah, we're going to get into this right now. So yeah, and if you haven't saw the episode and you still want to see this, basically, Glenn picks up his first kill, and this could mean a lot, meaning like, if you haven't killed yet, don't kill, or something like a theme like that, or killing isn't good, or don't become a murderer, because Glenn has become a murderer because he killed probably 5 people today in this episode, and to be honest, it's pretty harsh. Like, he killed them in their sleep, and he shot them through a door, but he's never killed anybody. He hasn't, and it's such a big change for a character to kill somebody. Like Rick in the bar, when he shot those 2 guys, those were his first actual zombie world kills. Like, when he was a cop, he had to do that, but it's different for Glenn since he was just a pizza deliverer. That was his job before. It's not funny. It's just like, I don't know. He was a pizza deliverer and now he's a murderer. It's kind of weird. But, so he was looking at the pictures on the wall after he killed 2 of those guys. And they were smashed in heads, like totally brutal, with this baseball bat of Negan's. It's not a spoiler that the freaking guy's got a baseball bat filled with barbed wire on it. Like, that's the weapon that he uses. But for people who don't know, it's gonna be a big surprise. Like, people probably think it's like a bulldozer running over their freaking head, or some freaking rock getting like a freaking boulder, boom, boom, boom. Like, they probably think it's that, but completely smashed in heads that are disgusting. It's brutal. And guess who's looking at this? Glenn. Spoiler warning for this section. You can skip ahead in the video. Glenn, I've said this in my videos before, Glenn does die this way in the comic book. So yeah, if you skipped ahead in the video, you probably aren't seeing this, or if you clicked off, sorry. So yeah, Glenn does die that way in the comic book, with getting his head smashed in a million flipping times, and it's pretty brutal, and I wonder who's gonna die, but I'm probably 95% focused or thinking it's Glenn since he saw these pictures, but then the other 5% is because Glenn had that dumpster bit where he, you know, it makes you think that he's like safe almost. You think it's like, my brother said this, he said, not everybody's safe. It's trying to show you, like it's not trying to, like, he had this dumpster bit where they faked his death. Okay, he's fine. We don't have to worry about Glenn dying. Or, Carol was just, freaking got ran over by a car in season 5? Yeah, I think it was 5. She just got ran over by a car, and you know, and she recovered, she's fine, don't worry, you know, it's not going to be anything like that anymore. That's what I think it's going to be like. So yeah. So I do think it is a foreshadow to his death. We did have a Daryl foreshadow, a while back when, what's his face, Dwight took Daryl's crossbow, where people thought it was a foreshadow. We're not completely sure on it. But he was laying on the ground, the zombie next to him was a motorcycle helmet, dead, you know, and, you know, that could have been a foreshadow because they were in the exact same position, and yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of characters on the list. I'm going to list all mine right now for people who I think are going to die by Negan. I think it's, obviously, number 1 is Glenn. I think it's going to be Daryl, either Morgan, You know, Morgan's just a little percent. He's just a little percent, I feel. Morgan, now I might even throw in some girls here. Carol, even just maybe he might kill off a couple, since like in the comic book they only killed off those motorcycle guys and that was it. In this book, in this TV show, they killed off a lot. They went through the base, the little compound they had. That wasn't their actual base. Just remember that. They just went through the compound and just killed everybody. And now Negan might want more than one, but I don't think it would kind of be weird. Like, what if they killed off Glenn and Daryl? But that would be too much. You know, that would just be way too much. Maybe Glenn and some random dude from the Alexandria. You know, yeah, one of those. Yeah, just like a random guy. But it would just make sense for one person to die. Maybe he's going to say, oh, you guys are smaller than me, so I'm going to let you guys slide and kill one of you brutally. And here's another coincidence that no one really catched. How old is Glenn? Like 20s or something? Oh, well, not in real life, but in the show. He might be the same age. But back in season 1, he was like, I don't know how old he was, maybe like 19. But they said they killed a 16-year-old. And is 16 to 20s, is that a resemblance? That's a really close age. So maybe he's gonna take Glenn. But even though Glenn looks pretty old, he freaking got a beard, and it took him 6 seasons to get a beard. So yeah, that is my video for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy, and as always, hope you guys like the video. Subscribe, and yeah, peace.